And then from there, it became SGBG1 versus SGBG2. And if people are not aware, so SGB is the original token, right? That's the one on Swiss custody. I've highlighted the issuer address for you guys right now, so you can to cross-check to make sure you have the correct one, because there are also some scam ones on the DEX as well. And then when SGBG token came out, that confused a lot of people. And so Ben did a great job, I think, of actually going back and highlighting some of the big differences. So I just want people to be aware, this is really what the difference is. SGB is the tokenized gold for the RBI. It's also the tokenized gold for a lot of the sovereign funds. Now we know, of course, in hindsight, that these sovereign funds mean like the White Spiritual Boy Trust, the Saint Germain Trust, the Rodriguez Trust, and so many more that are out there. These are just the three that Stellar Russia has specifically launched. I believe it might also be tied to the Lefebvre Trust that we did through Tokens Foundation, but I have not yet confirmed that. So needless to say, there are a lot of trusts behind the scenes, and it's all being tied together with the SGB token. Now, where SGBG comes in play is, as you know, we've been studying all these bridge assets recently, and how, as an example, Gold Bank is the bridge asset for SGB on the banking side. Well, SGBG is the wrapped bridge asset for the RBI side. So there's a difference between some of these banks in the background. And then, of course, we've been talking about Project Aurora for quite some time as well. So I just wanted to make sure that people understand there's a difference between SGB, SGBG, and Project Aurora. Now, in terms of wrapped asset bridges, just another quick overview of some of the assets that have come out fairly recently. This is a quick snapshot of what we had from July up until recently, and there may or may not be a couple more bridge assets coming in the future. I have not yet confirmed that. Right now is only a possibility at this moment. But the reason why it's important to know is because today's call not only talks about the SGB, but also how it relates to Swiss custody. And so as we start to understand how these assets are functioning and how all the bridges are functioning in the background, it will then make so much more sense for why these dividend payouts that will be coming at the end of this year, and then of course throughout next year, will start to grow in time. And that's the reason why we've been making all these commentary about how at the end of this year, the dividend payouts will be very minimal, very small. But then over time, month after month, quarter after quarter, the payouts will all grow exponentially. And so that's when we can start getting more excited later on next year.